Okay, recording. My apologies for the late start. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:05. Start with the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence as we think about those who have gone before us. Thank you. Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Patton.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Ryan.
Here.
Mayor Allen.
Here.
Trustee Kushner.
Present.
And Trustee Lewis.
Here.
Note absent Trustee Pine, Trustee O'Malley, and present Attorney Gilchrist.
Excellent. Okay, to start off, we have a presentation from, is it Dr. Banman? All right. Who is Executive Director of the Center for Communications and Medicine, as well as Patty Ryan.
Patty sends her regrets. She just called me about a half hour ago.
Okay.
She's stuck at the cardio rehab working.
Gotcha.
So I will share with you Patty's role in all this, but she's obviously not able to.
Brilliant. Well, please take it away.
Where would you like me to?
Standing up near the corner table is fine. That's great. Thank you.
See me, okay. Well, first of all, I really like to thank you for inviting me to present the program that we will be offering at Hoosick Falls Central School on April 13th, 6 p.m. The title of the program is When the Doctor Becomes a Patient. And that really fits so well in the work that we've been doing now. We're into our 19th year as a nonprofit. We're based in Bennington, although we present programs all over the country for that matter. But, so what our aim is to help to improve communication between patients, their family caregivers, and healthcare professionals. Sounds kind of like, oh, sure. Easier said than done, and for all of us, and I mean all of us, we've had an experience where either we or someone we love has been a patient. And I think we've probably also had the experience that how we communicate with our doctors will influence the care that we receive. It's no small matter. These days, quite frankly, with increasing pressures and demands on our healthcare providers, it's difficult to get a lot of time to talk about some of the issues and concerns that we have. And in our work, we have a great, actually, compassion for what they're going through themselves, as well as our primary emphasis is helping to prepare patients to open conversations with their doctors, to take the lead, which is really, and there's the cover to our booklet, it's a paradigm shift. And so we do that approach both in medical settings, and we started out with a program many years ago at the Cancer Center here in Bennington, and we've continued to offer them consultation and tools. And I'll show you the tool that we've developed to help prepare patients for these conversations. But we've also learned over the years is that it's not enough just to have a program in a very busy medical practice. It's tough, because we've done it. We've done it here, we've done it in Rutland, we've done it in a number of different places, and we see the same theme occurring over and over again. And so what we really kind of decided to do is some way shift how we're going to approach this by making a decision on our board that we were going to make an effort to educate the community directly. So rather than waiting for you to walk through the door and then the doctor or nurse, and typically this is the case, they'll say, do you have any questions? And how often, I'm included, have you thought, I don't even know what questions to ask, especially around serious illness and decisions that need to be made about care, quality of life. These issues, we've all had experience in our life around this. So we said, let's offer programs to the community directly so that they will learn how to enter into these conversations before they even get to the doctor's office. So for the last, I guess it's 6 years, we've been offering these programs. And we've had the, I think, very good fortune of having both Lori and Sherry attend a number of our programs. And they approached us a number of months back. And they said, would you be willing to offer a program in Hoosick Falls? No, without hesitation, I said, absolutely. Absolutely, we'd love to do this. And so we began talking about the program, and I said, so you've attended a number of our programs, and we have different formats. What format do you think would really work best in this community you live in? You know the folks in the community. And they said, well, remember that program you did where you showed the film, The Doctor? And I don't know if any of you have ever seen that movie. It's about 30 years old. And it stars William Hurt as a surgeon, a rather arrogant surgeon, who is pretty dismissive of his patients, although he does a hell of a good job as a surgeon. But communication-wise, he's horrible. And so what happens, it's a true story, he becomes a patient. And then he experiences what it's like on the other side of that stethoscope. And it's all true. It's a shock. He expects really special care. He doesn't get it. And so this story unfolds, and the reason it's such a good film to show is that it really kind of preps us for what's to come next. And that is, which it was also in Bennington where we showed at Old Castle Theater, a panel discussion. And the topic of when the doctor becomes a patient is pretty central to what the panel is composed of. And that is, there's going to be Dr. Marcus Martinez, and we know he has his struggles, but Marcus was also on the panel in Bennington. Dr. Jim Carroll, who's a physician here at Twin Rivers, who he's going to be on the panel, so a lot of people did not know he's been a patient. There's Dr. Matt Pender, who's over in Cambridge, New York, who also is a patient. And again, a lot of this is not well publicized, but what's so important about this is these physicians wanted to be part of this program in Hoosick Falls, along with, guess who? Patty Ryan. And we know Patty, and we know Patty from cardio rehab, and we love Patty. Patty's been a patient, right? So these folks, healthcare professionals, who want to talk about what their experience was as patients. Now, this is just not stuff they just want to share out of the blue. It's very, we do these programs for a very specific reason, this particular one, and that is we really want to show the human side. We want to normalize what it's like. So those folks who are attending are listening and hearing, oh my God, Marcus, he was overwhelmed? What? He got a second? He had a third opinion? Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't want to offend my doctor. So the messages that get imparted are ones that are the takeaways for these programs. So we are thrilled that we're going to be able to work with all of you, and we're really hoping that you will support us and be a sponsor of this program on April 13th. The other thing that I can tell you is that we approached somebody, and the company is Jerome Construction, based in Bennington. You probably know Jamie. And Jamie has been a very strong sponsor of these programs. And I said, hey, we're doing one in Hoosick Falls. You on board? And he said, absolutely. He said, but you know something? And he's very familiar with our programs. He said, you guys developed this toolkit, which is a DVD, a video, and there's a workbook in here of exercises that help patients to identify in preparing to communicate with their healthcare providers. So he said, you know what? I want to underwrite distribution of this at the event. Wow. And he said, it couldn't be better, because this is the tool that people could take away. It's really ideal. We've done this at other events. So they go home, and whether they use it themselves or they say, we've heard this too, I gave it to somebody who I know is dealing with a serious illness. And by the way, we're not just talking about cancer. We're talking about heart disease and neuromuscular. You can talk about a lot of these, what are chronic illnesses today, really require us to stop and think about the treatment options. How's that going to affect our quality, our families? And this tool does just that. And the video is of actual patients who actually volunteered. They want to be part of this project because they wanted to tell their story so others can learn from it. So this is another component of what's going to happen at the event on April 13th. That this will be available free because it's been underwritten. And we're looking for, again, support from you folks and others in the community, because what we really hope to do is not to make this a one-time event. We've learned over the years, I'm sure you all can figure this out. It's like the kickoff, it's like the introduction, April 13th. But what we want to be able to do in Hoosick Falls, in this community, is have an ongoing series of workshops, hands-on, working with people to use this tool. Teaching them how to use this tool. That, we hope, will be a result of the fundraising, the sponsorships of this particular program. So it's not one of these one-and-done kind of things. It's really an investment of the community in the community. So I really hope you could talk it up and let everybody know, because we want to be able to fill the seats. The programs we've done, most of the time, almost all the time, have been sold out. They've been full house, which speaks to the interest that people really want to know. How do I do this? So thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. And I hope to see you all there and bringing a lot of folks to the event. Thanks. Any questions, by the way? Yeah.
Do you guys have any videos online that would almost act as like advertisements for this?
Yeah.
You can actually access the videos from this by going to our Speak Studios on YouTube. I can get you more specific information about it. But
Okay.
it's also, yeah, it's on YouTube.
It would be
Our YouTube channel.
pretty easy to put that up on our Facebook page, and that would get a lot of
That would be
traction.
Yes, you're right, because once you see people talking about their experience, what they struggle with,
Yeah.
you know, how they went about it, what they wish they would have done, it's very powerful. You're absolutely.
I see. I see actually a couple on under CAT-TV Bennington.
Yeah, well, that was one of the events.
Cat
Yeah,
TV.
actually,
Yeah.
Cat
Yeah.
TV actually came and videotaped some events as well.
Okay.
So this is this is very exciting for us, because Hoosick Falls really represents, in terms of having you folks and the town and the school all on board. This, and I said to you a moment ago, it's like a true community education event.
And much needed, by the way.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Any
Yeah.
other questions you'd like to ask?
No.
Great. Well,
We'll
As
see you on
the
the
as the
13th.
event gets sooner, let's talk about getting this on our Facebook page, and
Yeah.
maybe even if I could get over and see a couple of the doctors who are going to be on the panel and just ask them a couple questions, so we can have something more specific to Hoosick Falls. I think that'd be great to put up. So
Can I ask a question?
absolutely.
Will the village consider being a sponsor for this program?
How much are you looking for?
Sponsorships start at $500. We would be very appreciative of any support that.
I will look into it. I'll speak with the treasurer to see what funds we have remaining, and I'll try to bring that back to the board at our March meeting.
I think it'd be money well
That
spent
would be very
if we have it in the budget.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
approaching the town as well, Lori, or no?
Yes.
Oh, good.
They've got the big bucks, so ask them.
No,
for-
no.
So start higher with the town.
there you go.
No, that's not what I was asking. I just wanna make sure they're on board as well.
But I'll see if it is available in the budget. Absolutely, I would be in support of that. So.
That'd be great. Do all of you have the press release, which is not being released yet?
Yeah, we had,
Yep.
Rob gave us all the
Yep.
correspondence.
Good.
I think that was all in that electronic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the booklet as well.
Yep.
It's great.
Wonderful.
I saved the tree and didn't print it. I read it online. I
Well
read it
done,
online.
well done, well done. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Thank you for
very
your
much
efforts,
for
it's
the time.
appreciated.
We appreciate it.
Yes, thanks.
Remember, ask the town for more.
Have a good trip, Lori.
All right, thank you.
Trying not to get blown away out there.
Yeah.
All right.
There
We
was
have an additional request from Tim Stratton, to whom may be concerned. The town of Hoosick Lions Club is requesting permission to use the village streets and gazebo on May 18th for the annual running of the Wood Memorial Road Race. Tim Stratton, Jr., town of Hoosick Lions.
motion to approve.
Second.
Uh,
Go ahead, Vanessa.
Give it to Vanessa. All right.
As long
So
as we
Brian
just,
and
we gotta make sure we
Vanessa,
coordinate everything with
we
the
just gotta
chief,
make
the
sure
police,
Chief knows and
with
Neil
the
knows.
superintendent, so.
can you shoot an email to them tomorrow, just
Yes.
mentioning
Is
this?
this
Time.
parking
I don't-
gazebo? Are they also requesting the route? Or should
I
we
would
just
assume it's the
approve?
normal
That's the
routes.
normal.
The normal
Should we
right,
want
to
but
go
I
on the
wanna
normal route?
confirm that with them for the
Okay.
chief, the
Thank
time
you, guys.
and
Good
the
night,
route,
thank you.
and for, Neil and crew.
Yeah.
So
Why
we'll
don't we have
approve
it
the route
subject
later.
to approval
Yeah,
by
so I'll shoot
powers
that
that be
out
in the route?
tomorrow.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Thank you. I have not done anything on the old business, so I would like to simply
Table it
wait
till
and
March.
table that. And there's a couple that I have to follow up on as well.
Motion to table.
Second.
Thank you, Ben and Bobby. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. I did have a water question come up. Trying to decide if I should do that now or wait until March.
I should wait till March.
Let's wait till March because I just got the information
Especially
today.
with two of us missing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
And do we have
All
any
right.
people to be heard?
Oh, any people to be heard? Judy, you wanna speak? Okay. All right.
I'm fine.
All right. In that case, on to new business. I got this earlier, and I meant to print it out and send it out to you. Rich got me the official summary of the bids. The bid summary letter, which basically says the lowest bid price received was provided by J Squared Construction Corporation, located in Voorheesville, New York, at a total price for both the Lyman Street and River Road pump stations at $1,163,000. The bid provided by J Squared, it's literally written out Squared, Construction Corp. Appears to be complete, and after our review, we offer the following. J Squared Construction Corp. has indicated that they are comfortable with their bid price and are ready and willing to proceed with the project. MRB Group has contacted several references provided by J Squared Construction Corp., and the references have indicated that this firm is capable of completing the work planned for this project. In summary, we see no reason at this time to deny contract award to J Square Construction. That is from Rich DeGuida, project manager. Dave Willard also helped out on that. So I received that today, and the bid summary, which I have to turn my laptop like this so don't make fun of me. This one was actually $3,000
3,000 less, yeah.
less
than CFI.
than the second one, which was ended up being CFI Construction.
Yeah, 1166
Yeah.
versus 1163.
Very, very tight. So we went over these last time. This is what MRB is saying, and we have no issue not to take the lowest
And
bid.
MRB has worked with these people, J Squared prior, correct?
I don't know
or
if
no?
they've worked with them, but they checked out
They
all
checked
the
the
references and
references,
everything. It's
okay.
good.
Just a quick question on this to
Yeah.
clarify. I know Lyman Street, we acquired the property by the sandbar to be demolished for the Lyman Street.
Yep.
That is to pump along the new line that'll run along the Greenway, correct? And then we
yes.
need to replace River Road because right now they're connected, but they'll no longer be connected, and River Road will pump up to the plant.
And the way that Dave
Correctly.
Lucas explained this to me today was the reason we have to redo the River Road one and get a new one is it will not be able to take the amount that it's gonna now have. If that makes sense.
The volume.
The volume, yeah.
Well, it's also old.
Yeah, it's also
Yes.
really old. 'Cause
Yeah,
remember
I just
the
wanted
last,
to double check. That's why we have the two because we're no longer going under
Yep.
the river. We're going around. Okay.
Yes, the last July 4th, Kenny and Bruce and someone else were out there at that pump station for a good
I was in Maine.
4 to 6 hours working on that thing. So
Every time
Yeah.
I go to
Oh,
Maine.
under the flood?
no, that was just
No, that was the year
pump,
prior I was
the
in
pump
Maine.
crapped out because sorry the pun. Because there was a whole bunch of stuff stuck in it, which stopped it from working. I didn't even know I was that punny.
Every time I
So
go to
I'm looking
Maine,
for a motion
stuff
to
breaks.
accept
Breaks.
Motion.
the
Thursday.
bid from J Squared Construction Corp. for the Lyman Street River Road
Ben?
pump station.
Ben is,
Thank you.
And that'll be subject to the permissive referendum period on the amended bond resolution to be acted on next. I know.
what Andy said, yeah.
Yeah, what he
All the
said.
words.
All right, so Ben, are you still in favor
Yeah,
of that motion?
yeah, I'm all
Even
in.
with all of
I
that in
am
there?
all in on the motion.
Second, Vanessa, any
Thank
further
you,
discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great, motion carries. We have a resolution now. What did I do to my shirt here? I'm a teacher, stuff on my shirt. Okay,
Mystery stuff.
Andy, what exactly do I need to read here?
I think, first, the general description. This is simply the referendum to increase the bond amount for financing the sewer project that the village is currently working on. There was an original bond resolution of $4 million because of some cost overruns. This is an additional bond resolution to add $1.25 million to the project. The bond resolution will be subject to a 30-day permissive referendum period. If the board is inclined to act on this, it will be published, indicating that it's subject to permissive referendum. It'll be posted at 6 locations in the village to provide notice to the residents that it's subject to permissive referendum. So, sum and substance, this will increase
We
the
have a few, yeah.
financing amount for the sewer work currently being undertaken by the village, and the amount is an additional $1.25 million. And again, the resolution will be subject to permissive referendum.
And what's the total number, Andy? Do you have what the initial,
The initial is $4 million.
4 even?
4 even.
Okay.
So this will increase the total finance amount for the project to $5.25 million. And just to remind the record, there is a grant of a little under $1 million, which the village has been awarded, and also the village is qualified for 0% financing through EFC for the project.
0 interest, you said?
Zero interest financing through EFC.
And do we know what that, and it's for how long of a period? Do we know how long the loan period will be?
Oh,
Have we decided that yet?
it is decided, and I'm
Is it
off
20
the
or
top of my
30
head,
or-
I think it's 20. It's 150
And-
years.
And what's that increase amount to for everybody?
The last time we spoke, and I think this may have been using the prices of either the first one, or what the hopeful prices were. It ended up being, I think, around $66 a year, which would be $22 additional
Per
on
billing
each of the
period.
3 water bills. I
Yeah.
think that's low, and I think it will be a little bit higher. It could be. I'm trying to remember from some of the conversations we had with MRB, up to I want to say $30 to $32 per, which would be about 90 to 100 a year, or 30 to 32 per the 3 bill pays, the three water bills. I know that number has changed quite a bit, and I can probably go through and find some documents on that.
So we're saying is we should put in a drop box for when those payments are due, so these ladies are far, far away.
So the total is,
But that may have been before the WIA grant. I can't remember.
Right, and recall, when the original
we can
bond resolution was adopted for $4 million, the WIA grant had not yet been awarded.
the $1 million.
Correct.
That's correct. So now, while the total indebtedness is being increased to 5.25, nearly $1 million of that will be coming off through the grant.
Right.
So in real terms, the amount financed
Four and a
will
quarter.
increase from $4 million to 4 1/4.
I have the
So it's not a
details.
significant increase in terms of the overall.
Okay, I'm just,
I have the details based on the previous bids that went out. It is a 30-year term at 0% interest. Approximately 1,238 households, and that number may have changed a little bit. This full award, and again, this was using prices from the previous one, which was high, was I think for 5.3 million or 5.34 million, ended up being about 118. This one, which was 4.9, was about 106. This option 2 was 5.1 was about 111. So we're looking at, according to this, probably $100 to $110 a year,
It'd be less than that, right?
which is about $35 per.
No, it'll be that, because those.
That includes the WIA coming out.
Right, that includes the WIA grant.
So you're looking at $35, like $36, $33 a billing period, so it's gonna be $105, $106 annually increase.
Yeah.
Increase
Ouch.
to the
Yeah.
69,
So,
whatever the bond
yeah.
is right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, we're looking at another $35 a water bill for the bond,
Mhm.
which I know is the last thing we want to take on because we're still staring at that water bond.
Yeah.
The water bond has
How long?
5 more years,
What?
I'm not sure.
5 or 10 years.
Oh, many. I know Denise keeps saying.
Well,
many.
let's see, when was it, who was the?
2006
Laura was the mayor,
was
right?
when it was
Or
completed.
Matt?
Yeah, it was.
It was completed when Matt was mayor, right? But started when Laura?
No,
or
it
the
was the
backward?
plaque has Laura on it,
Uh-uh,
so I was just
Laura.
over there recently.
Are we gonna put a plaque with your name on it in the sewage pump station here? As we remember.
there will be an overlap. I'm trying to remember if it's 10 or 15 years we have left.
I know, it's like.
They'll probably
we
put,
paid
they'll
down
probably
the-
put that on our gravestones, Brian, if we raise taxes, don't we?
Yeah, I know.
People are always asking about it, Denise is like,
Yeah.
But one thing for the
Probably have
board
it on
to keep in mind is, the action tonight is, while it's an increase, it's a fairly small increase. The bulk of that annual payment is previously approved
Correct.
through the
For the
$40
previous,
million.
right.
Yeah.
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 And in all honesty, there really isn't much of a choice here because
That's
the
state mandate.
infrastructure is
Right.
that bad, and if we don't do it, then we're basically waiting for DEC to come and issue a consent order, which means we're still going to have to do it anyway.
I mean, we're being mandated by DEC to take care of it right now, right?
That's correct.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
it's
no
not
cons-
like we're choosing to do this.
Correct.
We're-
And a consent order will cost us a lot more.
Well, plus the
In the
fact
long
that,
run.
the bad thing about it, it's great they mandate it, but they only get, I mean, we only, out of 5 million, we get a 20% grant. I mean,
It was 25 when it was awarded, but we've they won't shift for the new bill, unfortunately. We
flip the numbers
tried.
around 80-20
Yeah.
the other way, or 75-25 perfect.
Yeah.
We can hope for a typo, that's, I mean. Oof.
And also, Rob did
Yeah.
receive the approval from EFC to extend the time frame to close on that state financing through the end of June.
Yeah,
So we have it.
which is good, which is what we needed for our schedule for all this. Trying to find a payout. So, what else do I need to read for the resolution? Resolution authorizing, subject to permissive referendum, the
Correct.
issuance of an additional $1,250,000 bonds of the Village of Hoosick Falls, Rensselaer County, New York, to pay the increased cost of the improvements to the existing sewer system in and for said village.
That'll be adequate on the record, and the first, Marie, the first, we'll just make sure that resolution form, page 1, is filled out.
Yes.
And the meeting was called to order by the mayor, who was present, who's absent,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
we'll do that.
Want a roll call, right?
Okay.
This will definitely be a roll call. So I'm looking for a motion on the resolution.
Motion.
Vanessa?
Second.
Ben, thank you. Any further discussion on this? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bushner,
Yes.
Mayor Allen,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ryan,
Yes.
Trustee Patton,
Yes.
and Trustee Lewis.
Yes.
All right, passes unanimously of the 5 with,
All in favor?
yeah, we're all set.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
And on the last page, Marie, on Tom's form, he had 5 lines.
Yes,
If you could add 2 and just indicate Kevin and Craig are absent.
we're absent. Well,
It was adopted by the supermajority that's required, 5 votes.
okay.
All right. All right, thank you. Let me steal this for just a second. At this point, unless you have any other business you want to bring up, I would entertain a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel and pending litigation.
Motion.
Second.
Ben, Brian, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, executive session will begin at 6:35 p.m. All right, thank you.
This was a record for the public part of the meeting. I know, I said it all